I've very much got my mind on the job of supporting Nini with Jupiter when necessary, but also I can work on these sorts of things with Jupiter. And see, then it was only very slight, but what he's doing, he's slightly hearing things behind him, so I'm going to go like this, and that's what horses do when they're behind before they're used to it. They hear things behind them, and that's quite natural. That's why horses are like that, because, you know, if they're in a herd, the one at the back is more vulnerable to attack from behind anything. You know, these are flight animals, and it doesn't matter how much we domesticate them, the flight instinct is still there. So not only is that good for Jupiter, but it's also good for Nini, because she really didn't like the sound of bushes, and we've been working on that for a few weeks, and now she really doesn't take much notice, so that's really good. Because before she'd have been, good boy, very good. Now Jupiter doesn't mind this either, but it's just because he's behind, and he thinks that he might mind. Good boy. Now this is very good for him to come up here, because he's having to come up in almost collected walk in order to, because Nini's feeling a little bit lazy today, and she's not really going forward as much as she sometimes does. So he's having to more or less stay in collected walk, which is very good for him. So it might only be in walk, but it's quite hard on his back end. It's really having to work. Hello. Does Nini have a little more forwardness, do you think? Yeah, well done. Morning. We'll just come back and, okay, it's fine to go on. Thank you. Just come back behind me. And this is also really good for Jupiter, because he has to stand and be like a policeman. Once more, because you're not really getting, she's not really responding to you with her quarters, is she? No. So I think you're going to have to be stronger with that stick, so that she actually listens to it. Hello. That's Jupiter. Yes. Yeah, they're big, aren't they? Yeah, especially if they tread on you. Yes, you don't want him standing on your foot. Once more, because she's still not really listening to the pressure of the stick on her quarters in the way that she was yesterday. Right, Amy, can you come back again in a minute? I'm just going to get on Nini and get a straight line out of her. Right, you can get on Droopy and just have your top rein. At least you can get on Nini anywhere. Just adjust my stirrups. Right. Right, okay, come with me for a minute. Okay. Make sure he doesn't get too much in his walk. This is just a reminder for Nini that when, you see, with young horses who don't really, are only learning about the leg, when you use the inside leg, you can get them to go forward, but really you can't control the quarters with the inside leg, and so when they see something that they're a bit unsure of, their instinct is to swing their bottom into the road. Well, so if she's frightened of something, she'll actually swing her bottom into that which she's frightened of, and that really isn't safe. So what we've started to do is to work on getting her to understand that when the stick is used behind the leg, that she must keep those quarters in line with the forehand. I mean, it's very simple, but for a horse like Nini it's quite hard to do. So what I'm going to do is just ride her until past these parked cars. Yesterday, you know, that stick on her quarters when Amy used it was very effective, but today she's sort of largely switched off from it, so I've just got on momentarily. I'm not sure if she's in season or not, but she is a little bit grumpy today, and Nini isn't often grumpy, so it could be a little bit of a season or something for her. Right, so I'm just going to get her in a straight line past this parked car here, and then Amy can get back on, because I've just reminded Nini of what she should be doing, so I've just ridden her a little more positively in that sense. Good girl. You see, she can do it, and she does know. She just chose to forget it. Right. Okay, good girl. Good work. Right, how do you like Droopy's? He's got much different mouth, hasn't he? Yeah. Right. The left leather felt longer to me, but I've sort of put both leathers up because I really want to get my leg right round her, so you might, I don't know if you want to put them down again for yourself. You stand there, Droopy's. It'll be alright. I just didn't feel level to me. Good girl. She'll be fine now. She's in that kind of a mood, you know, she just switched off.
Yeah.
Good boy, Droopy's. It's very good to be able to get off and on these horses anywhere.
Yeah.
Good boy. He's very comfy, isn't he? Yeah, he's like a sofa. Good boy. He's a different horse to the one that arrived.